So, another thing is too, techniques are not really designed to be memorized. Our techniques anyway. Like, it's like there's a lot of steps to be this one if you're not used to it. But really, you're supposed to understand why, the principles, why it works, how it works, and then you can mix and match. You can take things you like. And plus, they'll present themselves, like in real life. If you had to use it, they present themselves automatically. So you would never do this necessarily. Um, there are some styles where you're supposed to memorize techniques. Ours is not one of them. Not really. I mean, there's the basics and some things you're supposed to memorize, sort of, at first. But then it's we dig into why things work and then how you can use those later in different applications. Hatsumi used to say, don't be a technique collector. That's not what we're about. Because if you just try and get a collection of techniques here, what do you have? Really? If you don't know how to use it. So you're trying to get this feeling, because like we had said, you're trying to remove the scaffolding of the training later, so that these things just work. So just keep that, fluidity. So don't, like, any one of these, you could do this with anything. You could do this by itself with anything. And if you find yourself in that position, you could do that by itself, or just start chaining things in a different way. Testing the guards. So I wanted to go over a couple things here. So, guarding shinobi are trained in the skill of kamaritsuke. That means detection skills of the ninja. And they would follow after the guard. So basically what we're saying is after everyone goes into a castle, the ninja component of a troop, once everyone went through, they would stay behind. They'd hang back and they would do a perimeter search and stuff like that around the outside of the castle and check everything and everywhere. Like a shinobi deterrent, they would circle the castle or camp waiting to find the ninjas and hiding other ninjas. So they're like mop-up crew. And they just go around and make sure everything's okay before the night is over or whatever. They are called, people who have this job are called tokiki. Tokiki ninja. And they're called, in English, as listening scouts, which was a while back we talked about. Another job for the tokiki, they would go out in the night and listen for other shinobi who are approaching. So their jobs would be to hide and listen and wait for the footsteps in the dark. So after everyone else has gone in, they may have some guys around near the castle just hunted down all night and then stop. I'm doing absolutely nothing except that. But it was an important job. When a ninja found his way to a castle or camp, he would create a sound, and unbelievably, he may have done it with a musical instrument, such as a drum. And if those in the guard, or the guardhouse, or the what would you call this? What? Towers. What do you call those? Sure, watchtowers. They have a different name in Japanese, but that'll work. Those in the guard, if the people in the guardhouse did not react or make a large ruckus in reaction to the noise, he would know that they were untrained in the arts of the ninja. If, when he made this sound, the guards in the castle or camp went silent, and if then 3 or 4 men came out of the guardhouse with spears and swords under their arms, then the attacking ninja would know that it was impossible to infiltrate that castle. Other tricks. They might place umbrellas at the doorways of guardhouses and then use the distraction of the guard's response to get in. So maybe, picture this, if you wanted to get into a club, I don't know, for some reason. Maybe the doorman was on the inside. Put something to the left of the door, maybe, and knock it. And when he comes out, or a package, and he goes to the left to pick it up, then you scoot through. Get it? Yeah. Right? Yeah, that kind of thing. It's a temporary distraction. It says umbrellas, but it could be anything. If there was a battle, or something like that, at the end of the battle, they would put, I'll read it how they have it here, and then I'll make sense of it. It says, putting about 70 ninjas into the opponent's army without them knowing. Oh yeah, okay. So, a night attack or a night raid or something, they would have 100 ninja, and 70 of them were tasked with whatever this battle thing was. At the end of the night, 70 of them would just slip into the other side and go home with it. That was their job. The aim was to have 100 ninja in waiting, and when the enemy made their attack and ambush in the night. So they would go in, and then once everyone's back inside the castle or cozy, into the castle or into their domain, whatever that might be, they would finish the battle, kill them all. That's like the mop-up crew again. So, yeah, 70 of the ninja would join the attacking force, return with the enemy, and act as part of the army. Once there, they would create havoc and kill as many people as possible, or perform other operations such as sabotage. Now that's 70 out of 100. So what do the other 30 guys do? 30 ninja are designed as ambush shinobi, and they have passwords and signs. If you remember we did the password thing. They had passwords and signs set up with the other 70 ninjas for their return. And they would kill anyone who does not know the password. So basically the 70 ninja would go to the enemy camp, pretending to be them. 30 of them would hang back with outside of their own camp, or castle, or whatever it was, with passwords and signs. It could be a visual cue. Him and I, a long time ago, we did some exercises where we had to go and write down the passwords. You remember that? So that's basically what we're talking about. So the 70 ninja on return would have to have the correct verbal password or sign to get through, because the enemy might be doing the same thing, sending their ninja to our camp at the end of the night, pretending to be us. So when they get to the gate, the guy says, I think in their modern army, we'd go, halt, advance one to be recognized, and you'd say, tango, and you'd have to have the right response, and if you didn't, you'd kill him. Basically, that was the job of the remaining 30 ninja, was to kill anyone who had the wrong password. In-nin is called... In-nin is a term that means dark ninjutsu. Dark ninjutsu is covert. Anything that's covert? Covert operations or undercover stuff. And the opposite is yonin no jutsu. And that is intentionally telling people that you are a ninja. Or if you're a daimyo of a castle, you broadcast that you have ninja there, with the intent of making them second guess whether they should attack you. So you're out in the open with it. So in and yo, positive and negative. Yin and yang, but the Japanese is in and yo.